I'm out here at Tri-City Bank today, and somebody hit this light pole with a vehicle or something and knocked it over. So I'm gonna rip this out of the ground and try to save that wiring and then set a new pole base. Here's the light pole. I don't know what it was. Must have been a semi or something came around there. I guess it could have been a car. This is what I brought here for phase one. So I'm gonna draw kind of a square around this and then cut that asphalt and break it out of there, and then see what kind of digging I can do to expose the existing wiring, because there's 3 conduits going in there. So I'm gonna track those and then try to locate the conduit so we can break off the old conduit and then slip new conduit onto it and reuse the wiring. I got it all opened up and I found the conduit underground that's leading into it. There's a couple of them. The PVC conduits are fine. The metal conduit was totally rotted. And you can see now where this concrete pole base actually snapped off underground. So there's a section of this that's still underground from there. So what I think I'm going to try to do now is wrap a chain around that base on top that's broken and undo all the wiring there and see if I can pull that concrete off and get the wiring to slip out of there. Because if the wiring is still good, it could be reused. Otherwise it's going to need all new wiring and possibly even some new conduit with directional drilling back to each one of these poles. But I don't think so, because the conduit is looking good, the PVC anyway. So if it has to be done, I'll probably pull new wiring through it. But what happens is they get full of dirt from erosion and water over time. One of them's going off that way, and then they get plugged up and you can't get anything through there again. And then the other one's going to that pole. So we'll see if it moves. I'm going to hook the chain up and pull on it now. I don't even know if the Kubota is strong enough to lift that piece of concrete. That's really heavy. I might have to lever it out of there instead. Alright, here we go. It's day 2 now. And last night I got the old pole base out of there, broken in 2 pieces, but I was able to lift it. I had this hole super protected last night to make sure that nobody drives in there or falls in there. Like 3 different perimeters I created, so if somebody ended up in that hole, they deserve to be in there. There's all the old wiring. So there's actually 4 conduits that were coming in there, and I'm gonna adapt that and reuse that in as much wiring as possible, and we'll try to run new wiring where we have to. Here's the new sonotube that's going in, and I got some new conduit to run. I just got the new sonotube set and leveled, and I got it to exact depth of how I wanted at about 50 inches, so there's about 2 feet coming up above the asphalt. And this one's actually a 24-inch concrete forming tube. They call them sonotube. But if you look in the background, all the rest of the light poles are 18-inch. So it seems like the semis come around this turn, and then maybe one of them cut it and ran into this light pole or something and cracked it that way. So the 24-inch is definitely going to prevent that. So it's going to break the car rather than the light pole next time. While I was hammering this to get it level, you can see it's level both ways. I had my thumb right up here and I was smashing it down with a hammer. I smashed my thumb really hard. I don't think it's broke, but it's hurt and it's pretty much numb right now, so hopefully it doesn't become a big problem because I got a lot of work to do today. I got it all wrapped up, it's put together, and that's the last of it. I already got the asphalt out of here and I'm getting rid of the concrete now. This is how it turned out. I got it all compacted and even with the surface, and I told them to just let it freeze and get the patching work done next year instead after it settles. And you can see the conduits coming up inside of this new sonotube now. Turned out really nice. It's 4 feet deep and 2 feet sticking out of the ground. So I think it's gonna break the car next time. Well, that's going to do it for this one. I think I only got maybe 3 or 4 jobs left this season, and it's already freezing out here, and the ground's already freezing, so I'm hoping to get through it pretty quick. But hopefully you enjoyed watching the video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe so we can catch you in the next one. I got some pretty big plans for next season and looking to do some improvements and hire some more people. So whether you like watching these kind of videos or maybe you do directional drilling or construction work in your own, feel free to drop a comment and let me know. Thanks.